Welcome back to discuss identifying your burnout triggers. This is lesson two, your top seven burnout triggers and how to avoid them. My name is Kemi, and I'm happy that you're here with me today. A student once told me, Kemi, I'm so unmotivated. I'm bored, disillusioned, pessimistic. What is wrong with me? Is it only me? And I know she's not alone. Do you feel unmotivated, disillusioned, irritable, and pessimistic? Are you wondering why this is happening and you want to change your situation? If you answered yes, then this course is for you. And I'm happy that you have made the decision to sign up for this course. So let's get down to it. Here are some of the common burnout triggers you should be aware of so that you can smash them and build a successful and sustainable career. You too deserve to be happy, and you're good enough to become a positive goal getter. You are enough. So the first one, you don't have a support system, no tribe or network of like-minded people that you leverage on. It is it's very stressful to try to do all alone without support. And the moment you start to feel alone, you start to feel overwhelmed. There's evidence to support that women who enjoy a strong sense of community and network thrive at work and in the community at large. What to do about this? Find like minded people that are already doing what you want to do or achieve and start building a relationship with them. In building a relationship, be vulnerable. In any relationship, and give before you take. And most importantly, your tribe must be there to help you through thick and thin during the good times and the bad times. These are the qualities of a good tribe. So use this to measure the tribe that you want to build. Number two, you lack control in making the decisions that affect your desired outcome. This is a scenario that will typically lead to heavy workload and high pressure work. Say, for example, you're a fashion designer that works with artisans so your craft is in sketching the designs and the outcome of the work that the tailors do is not within your control. Now you have to understand this limitation and make adequate considerations for it. Don't try to become a tailor. That's not who you are. That would only lead to a heavy workload. Or you try to micromanage the artisans. The best case scenario is to create a process where the success and failures of these tailors or artisans is not a reflection on your work as a fashion designer. If your designs are within your control, perfect those skills, and you will soon find others whose skills as artisans will match yours as a fashion designer. What to do? Again, perfect your skills. Once you do that, you will definitely attract the type of tailors or artisans that their skills will match yours. And in doing that, you would have overcome the trigger of trying to control an outcome that is way out of your control. Of course, this scenario can play out as well if you work in corporate. Maybe your manager or your team lead does not allow you to control the outcomes. Other people are not picking up their weight in the team. What do you do about it? Improve your own work. Communicate to them effectively what they're not doing right. And in doing that, in focusing on your own work, you would definitely influence you would realize what your limitations are, and this will allow you to step back and not overburden yourself or overwork yourself and eventually lead to burnout or exhaustion. Number three, you do not feel a sense of purpose with the work that you are doing. See, the way you are working is not working. Your daily tasks should be tied to your purpose so that you can build and nurture self fulfillment and self actualization. Remember, you only have one life, and the things that you do in this life, it should matter to you and to the people around you. When you sense a lack of purpose in your job, it builds anger and resentment that can trigger more of the signs of a burnout. So I want you to ask yourself, is this what I want to be doing for the rest of my life? Another question to ask is, will this lead to what I want to be doing for the rest of my life? The more you ask yourself these questions, the more aware you will become about how you're living your life and spending your time. By doing more of the things that give you a sense of purpose, you would find more happiness, higher success rates, and better resilience to stress and failures because failure is part of the process. What to do about it? Finding your purpose is a lifelong journey that requires daily, consistent steps and a lot of true talking. You have to walk the walk and do the work. And you, being a part of this course, is doing that work. So I want you to give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. And so continue to do this. Number 4, you sense a lack of fairness and you associate respect and power with fairness. So when there is presumed or accurate lack of respect and power, we recognize this as an unfair situation. Let me unburden you. The truth is that life is a burden. Life is supposed to be difficult. Life is unfair. And this is the absolute truth. When you sense a lack of fairness, your response should not be to hide away, blame the system, or lose self esteem. If you learn to respond by speaking up and taking back power, it would reduce your exposure to stress that can lead to burnout. Let me give an example of this presumed or sometimes accurate lack of fairness. You compare yourself to somebody. You see what somebody is doing and you think, oh, but I did that. Why did I not have that result? Is it because people don't respect me, or because I'm not as influential as that person is? Maybe all of those things are true. But how about you look inward and you say, oh, I want to be like that person? And you actually engage that person and say, oh, how do you do this and how do you do that? And then you learn from it. That way, you're giving yourself power. You're doing you're doing work that will improve your self worth. You're investing in yourself. That's self development. Those are the kind of things that will help you change the narrative of your own life. Remember, this is your life. You have the proof of burden to say, yes, I am up to par. I can do this as well as that person, or I can do it better than that person. Because trust me, what you're doing, you're the only person that can do it, and you need to empower yourself to do it the best way possible. Number 5, your workload and stress levels have become unmanageable. You're just piling out the work, work, without giving yourself the required amount of break and recovery time. You need to rest. At the end of every project or major task, you are neglected to take time off to celebrate and regroup. Don't subject your mind and body to constant and prolonged stress. This is a trigger for a burnout. What to do? Now, you must take a closer look at your mindset and the assumptions that you are making as regards to your work and life. What can you change? What can you delegate to free up time for work that is more within your control? Who can you delegate to? So this is almost like doing a SWOT analysis of your workload. Which ones are, how are you prioritizing your work? Which one is important? Which one is urgent? Which one are you doing now? Look at your day from the time you wake up to the time that you sleep. What are you doing in all of that time? You have the same 24 hours that Dangote has, the same 24 hours that Beyonce has. What are they doing with their time? What are you doing with your time? Critically look at your time. The things that do not get measured, we do not know. We cannot tell the results. So look at your time critically, look at your day critically, and evaluate what you're doing. How is it that your workload has become unmanageable? How is it that you subject yourself to constant workload without even having time to recover or time to take a break? We all need to take a break. Don't get caught up in the hustle porn. There's time to rest and there's time to work. And there's a way to work hard and to work smart, and there's a way to just have unmanageable work without any results. Six, you're not getting enough sleep. And sleep is an antidote for stress and exhaustion. A lot of repair and recovery goes on in the body when you sleep. When sleep is adequate, recovery is complete. I've written a lot of articles on sleep cycle. All of that you can find on the website at www.spapumpingathome.com. Just go to the blog page and you'll see all of those articles. Sleep is so important to the point that there's no way to get too much sleep. You know the way you charge your battery and it says, and you can't charge it past 100%. The same thing with your body. You can't oversleep, as your body will naturally cease to sleep once your sleep recovery is complete. You know, all of those days when you just wake up and you feel refreshed. You know, yes, you can linger in bed for longer, but you know that you're no longer sleeping because your sleep cycle is complete, you're fully recovered. On the reverse side, you might actually not be getting enough sleep. And when you're not getting enough sleep, your mind and body is suffering. When you're losing sleep, you're sending a message to your brain to start working in a diminished capacity. We make our poorest decisions when we are exhausted. And you can push your brain up to the point where it just shuts down. At this point, you become delirious, you're confused, and this is as a result of lack of sleep. And people always think, oh, I'll catch up on my sleep. Look, once you lose sleep, it's very difficult to catch up on your sleep. So the best thing is to review. So what to do? Yeah, and this is my advice. Make adjustments to your sleep routine. Yes, I understand that some people cannot get 7 hours of sleep in the night because of the realities of your commute to and fro work. So if you have established this, how about an afternoon nap? And I tell you, this is not impossible. If you are taking a lunch break at work, which you should be taking, try and get what we call a power sleep, a power nap. So you can get a 20-minute power nap that would feel like 2 hours of sleep. Another antidote is a massage. You can get a 1 hour massage that will feel like 7 hours of sleep. And this will help you to get back some of the sleep you're not getting in time. And if you've evaluated how you're spending your time, you can also see what you can do less of and what you can do more of. So for each block of time you record, what are you doing? Who are you spending time with? How do you feel about the activities that you're doing? And how valuable are these activities? This will help you find the loopholes in your daily activities that are sapping your energy and making you lose sleep. Number 7, you are not reaching out for hope. You have to acknowledge a higher power for forging any spirituality. This is what strengthens your resolve and enriches your soul. This inward expression of strength emanates onto the outward expression, onto an outward expression of happiness, compassion, and empathy. You can cope better with stress when there is a belief in a higher power. It gives you protection, it gives you a protective shield and a sense of hope. What to do? One of the most absurd relationships we have is the one we build with our Creator. For most of us, we do not really understand what spirituality means and what is required. Spirituality is a self serving purpose, and we almost always confuse that with a sense of duty. The world and everything in it will worship, even if you choose not to worship. How you worship and call hope, even when it is prescribed, is a reflection of you. We need to reprogram our minds to achieve this self serving and self fulfilling purpose that we are failing at. You would also learn more about this in lessons in this course. There are tons more reasons why you may be triggering a burnout that we cannot cover in this time that we're together here today. However, the most important thing is to identify your own specific bottlenecks because it's different for each person. So I want you to ask yourself, what are the triggers that I have noticed that are causing me to experience burnout? You can hit the reply button and let me know. I'd love to help you work out on overcoming those specific triggers and keep them at bay for good. This is the end of our lesson today, but don't go away so easily. In lesson 4, we're going to learn how to clarify your purpose and start working harder and smarter. This is a very important topic because for as long as you're meeting the mark on your purpose, it doesn't matter how you try to avoid your triggers, you would always be experiencing the feelings of exhaustion, lack of motivation, and setting yourself up for failure and disappointment. So you want to clarify your purpose so that you can value the work that you are doing and know the true value that you are bringing to the table. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you again for spending this time with me.